Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the video. This is part 2 or 3, or this is the final video of the IMEX Cadillac build that was sent to me from my friend Billy Bear. I've for some reason misplaced the intro portion of the video where I'd started this last portion, so I decided I'd do it afterwards. One note that I would like to make is the bare metal foil work. I made a separate video for that, so it's already, when the video starts here in just a second, the bare metal foil is already done. I think pretty much all the way through, pretty well done. Don't worry, I have another video on how I did the bare metal foil. I thought this would be a good time to do that because this one had such a lot of it, and I was able to make a separate video. So just sit back and relax and check out the continuing on this, and this is the final video. So as you saw in the thumbnail, it's already completed. Stand by. Alright everybody, here is an update. I'm on the other bench. I started doing my bare metal foil over here, and I've just kind of integrated or just brought my parts over to this side little by little. But anyway, progress. Got some pretty good progress. Got the bare metal foil done on the body. It turned out really nice. Kind of a few little tedious parts of the bare metal foil, especially these little guys and these little guys right here. They're very tedious. But I got the ribs here, side, around the top lip there. The little Cadillac emblems on the rear wing, which I think they should have been gold, but anyway, they are chrome now. This chrome isn't as shiny as I'd liked it to be. Oh, and also around the front wheel. But it's looking mighty fine, if I must say so myself. The inside of this grill, I painted it with a Tamiya gold, hand painted it. I was looking at the picture. I took a lot of pictures of this color scheme, and the grill was gold, so I've got that. It's not wanting to focus right. There you go, sort of. Anyway, got that painted. Working on my door panels, working on my dashboard. I've got more touch up to do there, but I'm just getting the main colors in it. Oh yeah, on the you may not be able to really tell, but the gold on the Eldorado there, the gold on the hood emblem there, and then I will go in the hood emblem and fill that center section with the colors that it's supposed to have. I don't even know what color it's supposed to be, but yeah, it's got a little red, so I'll try to go in there with some red. I wish that wish they didn't have the tags like that. I don't like that at all with the numbers in it, but what do you do? Oh well. And I still can't get over my flocking. That was so cool. Got first carpet job I've ever really done. I've tried it before, and it turned out so great, but this worked really nice. Around the front seat here also, there's supposed to be a chrome. Let's see if I can find a picture on here. I don't think I can. Anyway, there is a chrome band on this lip right here, and I'm going to try to tape that off and paint it. I don't want to hand paint it. And I'm debating on whether to go in and flat coat my seats. I think I am. I think I'm going to tape the seat area, the actual seating, and maybe flat coat it just a little bit, because it all kind of blends in the way it is. I know I'm going to do some black washing, and there's another piece of chrome that goes here, but I think once I get this chrome strip and the door panels and the dash and all, I think I need to flat coat the seats just to give them a little bit of contrast, not color contrast, but It don't need to be shiny. I mean, they are vinyl seats, but I think everything's just beginning to run together here. But we will see. But that's just a quick update. Trying to get this thing done. By the way, the bare metal foil work is on a separate video. So I didn't want this video to stretch out so long, so I went ahead and did a separate video, tutorial video on how I do bare metal foil. So that's where we're at now. But anyway, let me continue on. Hopefully we can finish this up in this video. I don't know yet. We'll see what time looks like. Stand by. Ooh, man, this thing has come to a standstill. I can promise you that. And it's all because of this little guy right there. But I did get the interior installed. Broke the steering wheel ring off. It's right over here. It just popped off. I had to turn it upside down to do some adjusting, and it popped off. But I did get the chassis installed into the body. A little bit of a deceptive kit. You get rolling with it, you're like, wow, this thing is cool, this thing is awesome. And then you start to run into some problems like they didn't think that went through very well, especially the windshield. But I was able to go back and remove a lot of the Mod Podge that I had used to secure it, which it did not secure it well enough. It was coming apart. Very difficult. Most difficult windshield I've probably ever done. But I got it back in. I was able to use super glue this time. Very, very small amounts of super glue around the edge. I cleaned the Mod Podge out. Cleared the nastiness up for the most part. And I'm about to try to get that installed. Did get the wheels mounted into the tires. They look really nice. All I've got some chrome pieces, such as like these things here that I've not even tried to fit. Those have to go on there. Just a few little odds and ends. The rear tail lights still need to be painted. The hood will have to be installed with little hinges. It does have little hinges. I never use hinges, but you'll notice that there's two hinge holes. Well, this hood doesn't. Again, one of those things like they didn't think this one through. There's nothing that this hood sits on, so it would just fall right through. So without the hinges, the hood will not sit in there right. So I have to use the hinges, and I think that they'll pull right out. So when you want to take the hood off, I think they'll pull right out. Did get the grill installed, which looks really nice. I installed, actually, to be honest with you, I used Mod Podge to attach the chassis to the interior to the frame, and then all the frame and interior components up into the body. I used Mod Podge. I have found that it's a very good bond, but you have to put it in and let it incubate. With super glue, you'd better act fast. You better get it right, because it's going to stick. With Mod Podge, I'll put it on really heavy on contact points, smoosh it all down, get it all where it needs to be. Take a paintbrush, for instance. I was able to go down into here where the interior, you can see the Mod Podge. I just painted it on real thick, and with painting it on, it's going to take a while to dry. I throw it in the incubator and I let it sit overnight. Also used, it's attached, I attached the side of the body to the chassis with it. I took rubber bands and wrapped around the body, and so it would have a nice seal. And come out here today, and it is very much secured. And again, trying to just button up a few loose ends. But this windshield has been the Achilles heel of this kit. But this should be the last installment. We should be seeing a finished kit after this. One thing that I did not mention is the exhaust. It's got a rattle. Hear that rattle? It's the springs, the rear. Oh, I see some red. The springs back here, those are actual real springs, front and rear, and they don't fit tight, so they kind of rattle. They don't actually work, but they are real metal springs. But I was going to say the exhaust, I forgot to install the exhaust before the rear axle, so I had to cut the exhaust. And it's a 2-piece exhaust now, which is no problem because where I cut it, it goes under the frame and you'll never see it. So I've got to install those 2 front portions of the exhaust as well. Get the breather on it, a few little pieces of chrome and door handles, windshield wipers, things like that, and it will be done. I see something down in my flocking, but I think the interior has turned out really nice. Again, the steering wheel ring broke off, so I'll put that back on. But anyway, all right, let's finish this thing up. All right, everybody, the Cadillac is finished. Oh, you know what I just noticed? I don't have white walls. What the heck? I just noticed that. Sure did. You know what? Too darn late, though, because I was planning on painting those. And, dang it. Oh, well. That was a fail. I've already got them glued to the darn rims, so I used Mod Podge to glue the tires. Dang, I knew something was missing. Oh, well. Okay, so it is done, though. Dang it. That's a real bummer. That really makes the whole car. White walls. No white walls. Actually, this looks like it's floating on no tires at all. Those black tires really blend in. Oh well, okay. Back up, Matthew. Start over. All right. Billy Bear, my buddy Billy Bear. Thank you so much for sending me this kit. It was gifted to me. Never have built an IMEX. Have built an Ari, and I know everyone loves to correct me on how I say that. I can't remember how the heck. There's too many Aris and Aris and everything else, but that Challenger right there is one of those brands. Arii, Ari, and so is this. So this is boxed by IMEX. If you can read upside down, boxed by IMEX or packaged. Really neat car. Would I want to build it again? No, wouldn't want to build it again. Out of the box, it was just like gangbusters. Man, this thing was so cool, and it is cool. I'm not saying it's not, but then you get into some little details, and you're like, why did they do that? They could have done that different. Haven't they ever looked at any other model manufacturers? And I'll get into some of those things. So, talk about it. Paint turned out great. It was I think, tawny gold metallic MCW. Bare metal foil. Lot of bare metal foil. All those little ribs there, those are all single. I put one piece of bare metal foil and cut them all out. That those vents in the front right there were a real pain. Those are all bare metal foil. But anyway, grill is gold. I don't like how they put the darn license plates are made into it, but oh well, it is what it is. I could have ground them off and put something in there, but I didn't. Interior really looks cool. I put a clear coat on the top of the dash so it would shine and give it some contrast as far as the finish goes. That is that chrome streak across the seats is I just taped it off and sprayed it with AK chrome out of the airbrush. I did just a touch of black washing on the seats and also flat coated the seats. So the seats, if you'll notice the armrest in the back, it's a little shinier than the seat is. I didn't want the seats to be shiny. They're shiny enough even with flat coat on them, but it turned out looking nice. The boot or the cover for the vinyl or the convertible top, I spray painted it and then I dry brushed it a little bit because it just looked real corny, just brown. It had no texture to it, so I dry brushed a little bit of darker brown on it just to kind of give it some texture. It helped a little. I did do the flocking down in the floorboard first time ever, and it's really neat. Looks like carpet. I'm thrilled. Dashboard turned out nice. Really neat interior in this car. You can't even see. I was about to say there's a lot of controls for the windows and all, but heck, you can't even see them. And I painted them all. They're buried. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, here's the back. Taillights are it was just clear, so you have to put the center, paint it red, and you paint the outside silver. Dual exhaust. Boy, you would bend them on a curb if you backed up to it. Theirs are a little too long, but that's just how they were, and I didn't cut them off. I did put holes in the ends of them. Here's the bottom of it. Turned out really nice. Even though I had to cut the exhaust, they went back in nicely. Big old car. Big, big, big. The front wheels do steer, or are posable. They don't steer, but you can steer the front wheels. One of the weird things about, like I say, what were you guys thinking? The way to put the tires onto the axles and all, there really wasn't. There's no pins. There was nothing. I broke this little rear view mirror off if I'm not careful. I had to, yeah, it was like, I'm trying to put them on. There's nothing. So what I did, and I'll just have to tell you because I can't really show you, but I drilled out the center on the inside of the hub of the wheel and the, sorry there, I had to pause it for a second. Ellie needed something. What was I saying? Oh, drill out the center hub on the inside of the wheels and on the axle, or the spindles and the axle. And I took a toothpick, which I painted black with a Sharpie, and I would cut little, the drill bit was the same size as the toothpick, and I would cut little stobs, and that's what I had to use to, isn't that crazy? It's what I had to use to mount the tires. You can't see, but anyway, that made a nice mounting pin, because before that it's just like you just had to glue them on there, and it's like that. I tried, and you know, super glue can either be super strong or it doesn't hold at all, and it was pretty much the at all. It wouldn't hold anything. I said I got the wheels on there. The windshield was the biggest nightmare of any windshield that I've ever installed, and really was the downfall of this kit. I think all the other things are pretty overcomeable, but they give you one windshield that the chrome is real finicky. And why in the world they have to have like 10 points of contact to the tree on a piece of chrome that you have to then try and touch up? I don't know. Why do they do that? And it's not like they put the points of contact on places that would be hidden. No, they're the top and stuff. But anyway, nevertheless, the engine. Okay, another one of the weird things about this kit is the hood, and I've already mentioned this, but the hood fitting it has nothing to sit on. So unless you have the hinges, the hood will just fall in. But then the hinges are they don't fit exactly right. So your hood doesn't fit exactly right, and I've worked with it. But I got it fitting pretty decent. But so the hood just falls right off. It doesn't, like, the hinges don't really do anything except some red on there, except kind of keep it in place. The engine, I painted it up normal. Did have to add a radiator hose. It did not come with a radiator hose, so I just added a radiator hose, a piece of rubber tubing. Painted the orange, ring on the breather. It was easy because there's a pin on the bottom side that goes down to the center carburetor, and it has like 3 carburetors. And I just put it in my drill, took a brush, and as I spun the breather, I would touch the orange paint to it. But it's a neat little engine. The grill, I did paint the gold. You can't on this it looks black, but if you look at real pictures of the cars, they would like have a gold grill. I don't know why, but anyway, it's gold. It's got the little rubber tips there like the Broham. I always like air quotes, Broham. But Billy also sent me the other Cadillac that I built. It had those rubber tips. But the hood, the hood hinges basically just hold the hood from falling down. So it's a very unique, let's say that's positive. Unique can be positive. Very unique model kit. Let's turn it the same way as the car sitting up there. It's big. I can pose the front wheels just like that. Except mine don't have white walls. I can't believe I forgot the white walls. Can't believe it. Oh well. Believe it. So yeah, it's big. It's gold. It's a Cadillac. And it's finished. And again, thanks, Billy. Cool car. Again, obscure stuff is right down my alley. Sometimes I scratch my head and say, why do I want to do these things? When sometimes they can be like, frustrating. But, hey guys, thanks for watching this video and listening to me complain about this kit. It was actually fun to build. If you come across one, is it worth getting? Depends on the price. I've heard that they were very expensive, so maybe not if they're like $75, but if you can get one for 30, 40 bucks, I'd say build it. You can kind of see, I can maybe give you a heads up on some of the things to look out for. But anyway, thanks for all my subscribers. You guys are great. If you have not subscribed already, please go hit that subscription button, as well as go check out Hobby Nut Models, where all the paint, well, the interior paint didn't come from Hobby Nut, but the body color did. Go check out hobbynutmodels.com, linked in the description below. Go check out Mark's inventory. Go grab yourself a kit or supplies needed to build a quality model kit. Spring Store, thank you guys that buy t-shirts, stickers, mugs, and all that stuff. I really appreciate it, and thank you to my Patreon members. I'll be getting with you guys very soon. I've been fighting with my teeth and all these things. I've just had delay after delay. Excuses, right? Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll have some cool pictures of this car up close and personal. So, hey guys, thanks for sticking with me. And let's check this thing out behind a camera and some cool lighting and stuff and see how it looks. All right, guys, take care. Bye.